Facebook. Hello, Facebook. It's Thursday, 2:30. It's time to go live. So today, we'll be reviewing some of the things we talked about last week, dealing with the topics, 3 common tech mistakes made. Also, for everybody watching on Instagram, you guys can feel free to send me any comments, any questions, anything you want me to talk about during this session. We're going to be diving into what problems you're fixing and really what do you believe you're solving for the entrepreneurs that you work with or your client base. That's going to be today's topic. If you want to send any questions, definitely send them in. I want to take a second to say thank you. I'm looking at my notes. You guys have been doing fantastic with the shares. You've done wonderful. Last week, which was amazing, we received over 452 views. So thank you guys for sharing. Thank you for viewing on Instagram. Additionally, we had at least 4 people contact us for possible partnerships in business, which we love to see. We're happy to help. We had a few people actually come in to get consultation. Fantastic. Again, we're glad we can help. So this month is our first month going live and being involved in the community with you all. And so far, we've had over 1,268 views of our videos, including the 43 people who watched our blooper reel that is from last week's meeting. We're actually going to start including that on a regular basis. If there are any bloopers, might not be. All right, so with that, I also want to thank Dave Curry of Vintage Technology for coming out and helping present last week. A few of you all sent us emails, said you really enjoyed the information. And for him coming on, that was our first guest. You guys visited his site so much, it was his highest number of hits in one day after being on the live with us, directly to the site from the link we posted. So we'll ask people to come on, and we've had a number of people ask if they could come on and present with us. If any of you all want to come on and you have information related to entrepreneurship and you want to present, send us a DM, contact us on Instagram. We'll get back to you. You can check out our YouTube channel because we will be posting all of these videos to our YouTube channel later. And, from that, we can't work with everyone for everything, but when we have the opportunity, we'll be sure to let you all know and get you on the show. All right. So, last week, the 3 common mistakes in technology were mismanaging the website, not having a proper customer management system in place, and looking at your infrastructure from a technological standpoint. I will not go into those because they were technical, and that's why we had David Curry of Vintage Technology on. If you want to find out more about that, go to we'll post a link in this week's comments. The link to last week's discussion, and you can see what he talked about. All right, so today let's jump into it. Entrepreneurs, we need clients. We have people that we work with. We're either presenting them with our service, we're presenting them with our product. You have to ask yourself, all of us have to ask ourselves, what problems are we fixing, or what pain points are you curing? I mean, this goes hand in hand with Entrepreneurship 101. This is part 4. Are you solving anything for anybody? Are you creating your company because you like the company? Because you think there's a problem? Or have you actually tested the market to see, does it really exist and will people pay to have it fixed? For those of you all who decided, many of us have been in business, and some of the reasons why we went into business, we got fed up where we were at work, or, it was a situation where we just felt like there were too many problems and you didn't feel like dealing with it, and you know a better way to do it. So you made the jump, you started your company, you're going forward, you built a community, but you never asked anybody would they pay for the service. Will they pay to have that problem solved? Is that painful enough to get them to write a check for you to solve it? Have to ask yourself. There are a lot of problems that entrepreneurs face. The problems may be organization. It may be how to manage your books. It may be organizing yourself, your time. And you have to look, okay, will somebody pay to get me in here today? Would you pay someone to help you with your pain points? Would you pay somebody to solve the problems that lie in front of you and your company? If you will, maybe one of the things you can do is get a focus group. Focus groups are great. Find people in the industry that you want to get into. Create a focus group around the problem. Poll, and you can poll really poll your community. Ask them, what problems do you have? Which one of these are top priorities to fix? That's maybe where you want to focus in on how you present the solutions to that particular group. But then you want to ask yourself, maybe it's not so much a problem, it's just a pain in their, they just get tired of dealing with this particular pain point, and you can cure it. Is it worthwhile to cure it, or can they continue on through the pain? Once you figure those out through the use of a mentor, maybe you have a mentor who's been in the business a long time, and you ask her opinion on, along the time of her building this empire or building her company, what were her thoughts about areas that were problems that she went out and hired somebody for? And maybe you can mimic it. No matter if it's been done before, if somebody's doing it right now, you always have your personal touch that you put on building your business. Your personal touch is what makes people want to work with you. You don't want to just go out and mimic maybe what your closest competitor is doing, and then just say, okay, we're both going to be in the market space on the exact same plane, doing the exact same thing. There's no differentiator in that. It's nothing that makes you unique. Present your problem-solving skills from your standpoint based on the research you did. And so once you figure out what you're going to address, you got to ask, are you qualified? I've worked with a lot of companies and a lot of people who are building companies to solve problems for individuals that don't exist. They actually may exist in their head. And I've had people come in who are ready, on fire about building their business. And we realize there's actually nobody who would pay for that service. It's not a big enough problem to actually get somebody to cut the check. I've started my career early on, years ago, where I thought, okay, everybody in the world needs to rent a gazoo. I don't know what a gazoo is, but just to rent that, I thought it was a thing to do. Created this gazoo renting business. Nobody wanted to rent a gazoo. I should have really talked to some people about gazoos. And if anyone knows what a gazoo is, please let me know, because I just made that up. So, you got to ask yourself, all right, now I know what the problems are. I know what I want to solve. What qualifies you? Not what do you think qualifies you, but what actually qualifies you. Take time. I would implore you to write a list. Maybe 10 things that you believe actually qualify you to solve the problem or the pain point. Once you get a list, go back to the focus group that you created to ask them about their problems and say, do you all believe that these items, these characteristics, these skill sets make me qualified to fix the problem for you? Would you all feel comfortable writing a check to me based off these skill sets to solve these problems or pain points? Research is extremely important, and not just having someone to talk to. It's not about talking to your friend who maybe is in an unrelated field or industry. It's not about, calling your mom and your dad, like, what do you guys think about this? They love you. They're going to tell you it's great. That's what they do. But you want to talk to proven business people to see if they believe in what you're doing. Do they think that you are the right person to solve that problem or pain point? Listen to them and don't be defensive. As you move through this, especially with the new entrepreneurs, you're going to move through this process and people will give you criticism about who you are. You're going to get criticism about how you do things, what you're not doing, what you should be doing in the future. Just keep an open mind and take in the criticism. No one's requiring you to agree with everything everyone's saying. But it's very important that as you move to develop a company, that you want to be a thriving company, that you have some market research. You're not just going into it because it's a good feeling. There are a lot of over 80, I think it's 82% of businesses fail based on the fact that they're just jumping in, and their businesses started every 12 seconds in the U.S. So is it 12 minutes, 12 seconds? I'm going to check that and get back to you guys. It's either 12 minutes or 12 seconds, but the bottom line is it's a lot of businesses started quickly because people go with the motion. It's like you can still get access to what you believe is starting a company through Facebook, through LinkedIn, and especially, LinkedIn, people start data mining and they think, oh, I met 2 or 3 people. They all think this is great. I'm starting a business. No, you should do some research. A lot of research. after you figure out if you're qualified and you vetted it with your team, with your focus group, you want to move into the question is, are you passionate about the subject matter? I believe it was Entrepreneurship 101 part 1 or 2 was the guy Big T that actually sent us a comment, and he was saying he wanted to start a tech company. When I asked, what industry, we didn't have enough time, we ran out of time. So Big T, if you're watching, feel free to get back in touch with me. I'll, expound on the answer I was giving you. But he wanted to go into tech because he wanted to leave the field he was in, and he felt he was valuable in that arena. That's a huge arena. So you have to figure out what in that arena are you passionate about. Because the passion is what's going to keep you coming back day after day, night after night. Entrepreneurship is hard. It's not something you walk into and it's just guaranteed success. There's some people that have family ties, or maybe because they were high-level executives or are high-level executive, the transition to entrepreneurship may be easier, but overall it's a situation where it's difficult. So you really got to think, how are you dealing with that? How does your passion align with your qualifications? This is what gets you through the long nights, the 2 a.m.s, the 3 a.m.s, the people telling you all these criticisms about your business. You can do it because you're passionate. That passion is going to drive you a lot further than just chasing dollars. These are all early stage actions that you should be doing as an entrepreneur. That's the goal of these videos. It's not to go into great detail about the industry or a particular subject matter. It's to generally get you thinking about, and especially from the beginning, how are you going to structure not only your business, but yourself? I know Instagram, it's a lot of people who, if you get the right video, you get the right combination of comments or followers, you become very popular. You be social media superstar. But how do you monetize that popularity? And on Facebook, we built these communities. You guys are sharing these videos. Thank you very much. It's been terrific. But then the thought is, when you start doing yours, or if you're already doing yours, is your goal for monetization? Is your goal just to provide information? Because right now what we're doing is information dissemination, and we're also building a community. You guys are our community. So every week when we come here, we're trying to make sure the information is concise. It makes general business sense, because we don't want to drill down too much unless, we're answering questions like, some of the ones we've gotten via DM. But, you want to see, how is it that you're going to move through your business? How can you use this information to make your infrastructure stronger? So, just to go back in summary, when you're starting your business, we looked at building your team. We looked at, are you the type of person that works well with other people? And everything I'm mentioning, guys, are in Entrepreneurship 101, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. This is Part 4 today. So if anything I'm saying, you're like, I don't remember you talking about it, it's more than likely in one of those videos. So we've looked at the basis. We're going to start moving into structuring your business, maybe looking at the type of business you want to create, LLCs, FLPs, LLP, and there's subchapter S, C Corps. There's a lot of different types of businesses you can start. We'll look at the structure as we get further along in entrepreneurship. But for now, big question: what problems are you solving? What problems are you solving? What problems are you guys solving? Is the problem someone's actually willing to pay for? Get mentorship, get a focus group, test the market before you just create this company. Spend a lot of your life building something nobody wants. Pain points. Identify the pain points. You can start with things that maybe you think are pain points. Still, join forums, join groups on Facebook, maybe where people can answer this if you don't have a national market. Figure out, are you truly qualified to actually solve these pain points? And then see where your passion lies. If your passion conflicts with what you believe you're qualified to do, it's a good chance it won't be sustainable. Sustainability in business is everything. If you can't keep getting up and keep fighting the battle to become profitable, you're going to fail. So you want to make sure these two match. And, lastly, I want to say again, guys, you've been terrific. The questions that you've been sending in have actually made me smile. There's been some interesting questions. Additionally, Kawan's been fielding some of the expansion pieces from individuals sharing this and answering questions underneath. But if you guys want, someone asked this earlier, how do you get in touch with us? So on IG, it's at Alpha Business Nation. On Twitter, it's Alpha BIZ Nation. So that's on Twitter at Alpha Biz Nation. On Snapchat, it's at AB_Nation. On LinkedIn, it's at Alpha Business Nation. And on YouTube, you can search Alpha Business Nation. Hopefully, we're the first thing that pops up. So today, it was pretty quick. It's not a whole lot, very direct. Like I said, concise. We want to get you guys back to the workday. But for those of you who are just maybe somewhere lounging, let you get back to lounging. So hit us up. Let us know what you have, question-wise. And additionally, for those that want to come in, please just DM us, and we'll see you guys next week.